Hey, good day to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Today is August the 26th, 2020. And today is actually my sister's and my best friend birthday, Ashley. So happy birthday to you, Ashley. I know I wished you a happy birthday earlier this morning. However, I just want to go on record and say happy birthday to you once again. And if I can't just dive right straight into what it is that I like to talk about briefly. For myself, last night in going to Bible study, we were actually having a discussion, and many people testified. And one of our youth that testified last night that she was inside of the grocery store and she was singing. And because she was singing, a gentleman heard her sing, and he actually went in his pocket and gave her $5. And for myself, I'm thinking and I'm believing that, he reached in his pocket and gave her that $5 to encourage her to continue to sing and give God the glory. For the word of God lets us know, out of the mouth of babes have I ordained praise. Therefore, there's a purity that comes when young people give God glory and when young people give God praise. However, one of the leaders at the time, emphasized and said, "Oh, you were singing, you weren't rapping." And it kind of incited me on the inside, because being that I am in my last year of my doctoral program, I have always been wrestling over the past couple of years about this dissertation, whether this dissertation would be written on sickle cell anemia or whether it would be written on CHH, which stands for Christian hip hop. Now, for myself, my older sister and I both have and grew up with sickle cell anemia. That is where that topic came from. Now, the CHH came about because in 2004, when I entered into undergrad at Francis Marion University, uh, one of my brothers by the name of Charles actually gave me a CD uh, of a group by the name of Cross Movement. And when he gave me that CD, I was actually sold on it immediately, because it was clean music, it was uplifting, it was inspiring, and most importantly, it was great art. Hip hop is definitely an art. My older brother and I, we both actually grew up listening to hip hop. Now, when we were growing up, our mother did not allow us to play secular hip hop in her home. We were unable to play any kind of rap music, any kind of secular music in her home. Therefore, the only time we would listen to hip hop was when we were outside of the home or when she was away from the home. And we both are 80s babies. We both were born in the 1980s, and he's older than me by 2 years and a couple of months. Therefore, we came to age about the same time. Therefore, if I can entitle a generation, we are part of the hip hop generation. Now, the hip hop generation will be that generation that was born anywhere between the mid 70s, 1970s, all the way until the end of the 80s, I would say is the hip hop generation. And that particular generation is a group of people who actually came to age during the time of the emergence of hip hop. And we were a part and we are a part of the hip hop generation. Therefore, because we are part of the hip hop generation, we gravitated to hip hop. And when that brother Charles at Francis Marion gave me that CD, when I got there, I could appreciate um, how clean it was, how pure it was, and how unadulterated it was, because I never heard any kind of art like that before, excuse me. And I believe anybody that had ears to hear, they will hear that it's awesome music. Maybe you don't like rap music, and that's fine. Everybody don't like the genre of rap or hip hop, and that's okay. But for our young people who actually are growing up today, I believe it's an awesome tool to have for them, because the music that we hear today is not only vulgar and degrading, it's actually planting seeds within the hearts of our young people. Therefore, when that leader said to her, "Oh, you were singing and not rapping," I kind of got incited on the inside, because I said, okay, well, I've been wrestling with this for the longest, whether I am going to write this dissertation on sickle cell anemia, or am I going to write it on Christian hip hop. And I believe now that I have that understanding, and more people are having questions about the music I listen to, because I was in a neighborhood, I would say now maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, and the young girl approached me and said, "Oh, you're not listening. This is not gospel. You listening to rap." So her perspective was that if it's rap music, then it is not of God, and that is the furthest thing from the truth.